Wednesday.
This meeting is being recorded.
I hope you all are doing well. Go ahead and grab an oil. I'm going to do peppermint because it's burning hot even in Kula right now. It's probably very hot in town. Take some deep breaths. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm doing the best that I can. And I also love this affirmation I saw today. I make the best decision for me with what I know at that exact moment. That was my day today. I hope you guys are doing well. So today we are going to be talking about gut health, mostly because that's something that a lot of us deal with, my family included. And so I've been doing a lot of research and using all different kinds of products to see what works best for us. So while there's lots of different choices for gut health with doTERRA products, I chose to share about the ones that I use regularly and that work for me. So like every product, if there's something else that works better for you, use that. But I'm just sharing my experience. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen.
Amanda, you're muted. I don't know when that happened, but I was like, how come I don't hear anything? So you might have to start over.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So today we're going to be talking about gut health. Did you hear that part? Because it's something that my family and I deal with on a regular basis. So I've been researching and using all kinds of things, and these are what works best for me. So if there's something that works better for you, then please use that. But if this is something you struggle with and you want to try some of these things out, if you haven't already, then by all means, that's what this is for, just to share what I use to help with our gut health. So gut health is really important for a lot of reasons. It's connected to all of our systems. So it deals with our immunity, our digestion. It messes with our skin health when our gut is unhappy, our sleep, and our mental health. So it's important for so many reasons. Can you guys hear me? Okay, thanks, Bernice. So I listened to Justin Harris' call a few weeks ago, which talked about gut and brain connection. So you'll see some things from him. And also when I went to convention, that was my first time going a few months ago, there was a nurse practitioner named Eliza who talked about the importance of gut health and what kind of products to use through doTERRA. So that's what I'm pulling from, and that's where I got my information in order to help with our daily protocol, my family's daily protocol. So the gut and brain are super connected. It's our nervous system is two thin layers of more than 100 million nerve cells, and that lines our GI tract from our esophagus all the way to our rectum. And there's a ton of nerve pathways from our gut to our brain instead of our brain to our gut. So that's really important to know. And over 90% of our serotonin is created in the gut. It's where our immune system's home is. So lots of important reasons to take care of our gut. So inside our gut, we have friendly bacteria. We have microflora that helps with friendly bacteria, digestion. It prevents the growth of harmful pathogens, and it communicates with our cells for our immune response. So it's really important for our intestine to have that good bacteria. There's a lot of threats to that bacteria, the good bacteria, things like physical stressors, the chemicals and toxins that we take in through our food and our unhealthy diet, traveling, and antibiotics. So I learned that one course of antibiotic, it takes your body like something like 6 months to grow back the good bacteria from that. So that's why it's super important to try and use natural solutions rather than antibiotics when you're feeling yucky. There are 5 R's that help with our gut health. So removal, replacement, reinoculate, repair, and rebalance. So the different products that I'm going to talk about, I grouped into these different R's to help with the process of gut health. And if anyone has questions or comments, just call them out because it's hard to see when I've got the sharing feature up. So removal, my favorite for this is the GX Assist, which I'm kind of freaking out because it's not available right now and I'm on my very last bottle. It reminds me of like a charcoal pill, which like old school days my mom would give me if my tummy wasn't feeling well. So it's basically something that you take in order to support your digestive tract. It's got oregano, melaleuca, lemon, lemongrass, peppermint, and thyme inside it. And you can definitely, when I take it, I can, like if I burp or something, I can, all of those, especially the oregano, I can feel in there. It helps to cleanse your digestive system. So when I do a cleanse, I use this, but you can also tolerate it for longer periods of time. So if you are you're trying to like, maybe you've just gotten better from something, or you went on a vacation and went kind of crazy with what you were eating, wasn't normal, then you can take this for longer periods than just the 10 days, but you shouldn't take it every day all the time. It's more for removal. The second one I use for removal is endocrine. So this is actually the detoxification complex. It's not the oil. The oil is different because it doesn't have whole food extract in it. It's just the essential oils. So the detoxification complex also includes whole food extracts that support the liver, kidneys, colon, lungs, and the skin. So when we're talking about cleansing, it's not just our tummy, it's cleansing of our whole body. So if you have ever tried the 30-day cleanse with doTERRA, I do it twice a year to support my body. This is a big part of that. It comes after the GX Assist. Any questions? We're good? Okay. Next, to support removal and move into replacement is the Digestive soft gels. So this is different because you can take this at any point, but it really supports replacement when you've gotten rid of everything. And it also helps, like just with your everyday, you have a stomach ache and take it just to support your tummy, or you have a heavy meal and you want to take one afterwards, or you have gas, things like that. But this is something that like daily I take because I've got tummy problems. So it's something that you can take daily, but if you're doing a gut protocol, you can take up to 2 with every meal, which is something I didn't even think about. But when I listened to the nurse at convention, she was talking about how this is one of the things that supports her her people the most during, when they're trying to figure out what's causing problems within their body that's contributing to their gut health. Most of you have probably had this one before. Along with the Digestion soft gels is Terrazyme. So this is something that I take daily myself. You can take 1 to 3 with meals depending on what it is. So if you have a really terrible meal, if you have McDonald's, you'd probably want to take a few more. If you're having your regular daily, healthy eating, then just 1 a day is what I do. So Terrazyme has whole food enzymes in it. If you've seen that video where it, like you take a Terrazyme and you can put it in oatmeal and it breaks it all down into almost like a liquid. If you haven't tried that before, I suggest you do, or look it up on YouTube. You just take chunky oatmeal, you empty out your Terrazyme, 1 of them, and you just mix it. You don't add any water or anything, but eventually you see it break it down. So the whole food enzymes break down all of the different kinds of food that we eat, because our body, we eat so much processed food, our body, the good bacteria can't break it down. We don't have enough enzymes to do that. So we need to help our bodies by giving it Terrazyme. So the next step is to renoculate. So that's like giving your body good enzymes again. And PB Assist is what I use daily for that. So I'm sure many of you have had these before. The thing about these is that it has a pre and a probiotic in it. So it's different than just taking a probiotic. You can see some of the reasons to use PB Assist. It promotes positive balance of your bacteria, it maintains healthy intestinal microflora. Like I was saying, we need help with that because we don't have enough, we don't create enough on our own. Supports healthy functioning of the digestive system, helps metabolism, helps with all the stressors that we have on our body that I talked about at the very beginning. When you're traveling, I always take a couple extras when I'm traveling just to support myself. And then the double layer encapsulation is a technology designed to help ensure that that active cultures release in the small intestine. Hold on, my dog is crying. I have to let him out real quick. So that's a picture of the probiotic versus the prebiotic on the PB Assist. And then repair. So these, we don't necessarily, they're not a part of the gut line or the digestive line, but in our LLV, the EO Omega really supports the repair of our gut health and our lining of our stomach, and among other things. But when I was listening to the nurse talk, she said that when you're when you're trying to figure out what's going on with your gut, trying to do a cleanse, to take your regular 4 LLVs with your 4 EOs, but then also take the children's EO, the liquid, take a dose of that. So that's something that I tried, and it was crazy. It totally helped me feel better. So when I'm feeling really yucky or bloated or something is going funny with my system, I always add the kids EO Mega to help support my body in repair mode. And last but not least, repair and rebalance, the copaiba and the turmeric. And again, these aren't naturally something that you would see on the digestive line, but our stressors, what happens, our brain health is so connected to our gut. So when we're not sleeping well, when we're stressed, things like that, it really affects our gut health. So these are 2 things that I take to support my stress and give me antioxidants and also help with inflammation of my body. So those are my two to help with repair and rebalance. And last but not least, a couple different ways that you can get a lot of the things I just talked about is through the Digestive Wellness Program. The first kit includes those soft gels, all the basics, your Terrazyme, peppermint, and the Digestive Touch. And then the kit 2 includes ginger and clove, peppermint, spearmint, tamer, which is the kids blend for tummy, and fiber, which is something else that a lot of people need to add to support their gut. And then the last kit has your PB Assist Junior, Digestion, ginger drops, and fennel. So there's all kinds of things that support your body and your digestive health through that program if you're interested in trying some different things. And I always get the digestion LRP kit. You know, there's certain kits you can get if you're on LRP because these are things that I use monthly and it's a cheaper way to get them. So I always get my Terrazyme, PB Assist, and my probiotics through this LRP kit.
And a quick plug for like kits like these, typically if a product goes out of stock, they'll still have them in these types of kits, these LRP kits, or I know Amanda's going to share about the wellness kits. So if a product goes out of stock, which as you guys know, we're having a lot of product stock issues right now, look for these hidden kits that might have the products that you're looking for inside of them because they're often still available there
Right.
instead of individually.
Yes. Does anybody have any questions?
Amanda, I had a question.
Anything to share?
You had, I'm sorry, let me turn this off.
Oh, I see some questions over here. Go ahead. Sherilyn.
So the question that I had was about that kids EO liquid that you take on top of the EO from the LLV. How much of that do you take? The liquid?
I take the just like a spoonful. I don't even like measure it. Just a spoonful of it, like I would give to my kids.
Did you hear me?
Oh, yeah. Can you hear me?
Now I just realized I had my speaker off. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So no, good question. I just use a spoonful. So whatever the kids' dosage is, that's what I use on top of my 4.
And how did it help you again?
It just with the rebalance of my gut. So like I was having like hives and eczema, couldn't figure out what was wrong. So I went through the gut protocol and then I did a week of the 4 EO omegas plus the kids just to support my body getting back in working order, which it did. So I think it helped. Let's see what else is over here. Terrazyme, lots of people love Terrazyme. Yes, I can. Well, I'll send you the slides for sure. Love everything about gut health. It's so important. I wish more pediatricians would share this more. Yes. It seems like so much, like kids have so many problems with gut health. Like everything, every little thing that comes up with my kids, it's almost always directly affected by their gut. So yeah, we just don't have, the foods we eat, our bodies, they're just not equipped to handle it. So we really need to support our bodies and our kids' bodies with the proper nutrition with our doTERRA.
For the people that logged on a little after, I thought that statistic about I mean, I had
Oh,
no
the 6 months. Yeah.
of, you know, taking antibiotics and the havoc that they can. And don't get me wrong, like, listen, when I got pneumonia,
Oh,
antibiotics,
totally.
I took that for 5 days, and it was the first time I've taken them in years. I mean, I can't even tell you the last time, but it did its job. So for sure, when they're necessary, but
Right.
at the same time, being aware that when we lean too heavily in that one direction, 6 months
Mhm.
for us to, how did you phrase it? Like,
It's the microflora to rebalance in our gut. It takes us 6 months to have like produce the new cells and because it kills all the good
right,
bacteria.
right.
And hey, like Liza knows, like we spent so much time at the doctor for so many years before I started giving having oils in the house and leaning on that. So my poor kids, like I think about their systems and the reason they were getting sick so often, it was like a vicious cycle. It They didn't work anymore because we were using them so much. So, just like anything, even sometimes with my oils, I like to change it up because your body gets, acclimated to certain things. So, yeah, really important to know that, you know,
Yeah, I
antibiotics.
really appreciate that you shared that, and that testimony. Like, we always want to take a balanced approach, but being real cognizant of sometimes the negative effects that can come with the things that help us short term, and then doubling down. Like, I had always heard, like Justin Harrison says, like he doubles up on his omegas
Right,
plus takes the kids. Same with probiotics. A lot of people
right,
say that they take our regular probiotic and the kids probiotic daily, and then coming off something like antibiotics, you're going to want
right.
to, like, massively double down. So that was really, really helpful. Thank you.
Just had surgery and starting an antibiotic. Should I continue? Definitely continue, but like Liza said, increase all of your probiotics and your Terrazyme and things like that to support your body after the fact, while and continue it after. Because if that's what you need to do for your body from your doctor's orders, that's what you need to do.
I wanted to share what kind of piggybacking off what Amanda said. Before our family started using doTERRA, Colton had a ton of digestive issues and allergies and eczema. And so once I started reading about gut health, and my neighbor was a chiropractor, and he was sharing, like, you really need to know about gut health. And I was so clueless. Like, I looked at him and started laughing because I didn't even know what that was. I didn't know that it was a thing. And by that time, Colton was 5, so our kids would play together. And he was just like, it's not okay, Kanani, that you're always at Kaiser. You're always there. And, he has so many poop problems that he would have to get his stomach x-rayed. Like, that's how bad it was because he was so backed up. And once we started getting him on a steady protocol, and of course, they didn't have the kids' probiotics yet, so I was just going down to Alive and Well, but it made the world of difference. Like, it was crazy. The world of difference. The eczema cleared up. His allergies weren't out of control. Like, he would be sleeping at 1 o'clock in the morning. He'd wake himself up sneezing, just no apparent reason. Just allergies took over. And so, and that's why I put in the comments that I really wish pediatricians would share this more. Because if my neighbor wasn't a chiropractor and told me, go read about it, I mean, I wouldn't have known anything. And because we're traveling so much, the boys are doing two little sachets a day, and they're taking it with them. I'm not going to be with them because they're going to be with their baseball teams, but they're taking it 2 a day because it's such a big deal for our immune system. So thank you so much, Amanda, for sharing that. That's so important.
Thank you. Do you have anything else, Liza?
Oh gosh. Oh, I know what else I wanted to mention about the omegas. A lot of times people say that if your stomach is sensitive to taking the oils, like even in veggie caps, you can use a carrier oil like coconut oil, MCT oil, but using the omega also as a base for those veggie caps is really powerful. If you're making like a throat spray that you're spraying in your mouth with On Guard, you can use, instead of like using water, utilizing the kids omega for that. So I've seen several different um ways that as adults we can incorporate those in. And then obviously, like, I put that in all of my kids smoothies that I make. So if you make a smoothie drink or any type of, you can absolutely include that too. So I think that was the only other thing I wanted to mention. And I'm gonna kind of put her on this spot, but hopefully very soon, maybe even right before the holidays, we can just host like a cleanse in the Facebook group, or even perhaps maybe in a separate WhatsApp group. We'll see. But I know that I always think about doing it, but then I don't do it. And I know that I am a lot better when other people are doing it with me. So that's definitely something that we should try to get together. The cleanse and restore kit is actually out of stock right now.
Yeah.
So maybe as soon as we know it's coming back and we can get all the components of what we need. I don't know what's out of stock in there. There's got to be something that the kit
I
is.
think it's the GX Assist.
Oh, it's the GX Assist.
Yeah,
okay.
I think so.
Which is kind of a key component. So
Yeah,
maybe we can start planning for that. And once the cleanse and restore kit comes back, we can go ahead and run,
yeah, definitely.
Do you do that a certain times of the year, Amanda?
I usually do it around the new year and then in the summer. So I like normally would do it right now, but I couldn't get the GX Assist.
Okay.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
But I like it because it's not like too hardcore. It's very laid out, and it's like, okay, this for these 10 days, this for like, it's doable for me. I have a hard time with that kind of stuff because I'm kind of always on the run. So I like that it's simple.
Yeah. And, I remind people too, when I share about it, like in our wellness consult and stuff, it's not meant to be a, you can lose weight if you do other things, but it really is like cleansing your internal organs and clearing out your diet. That's truly
it's basically those 5 R's is what it is. It's going through those 5 R's for your body.
Awesome. Well, I don't have anything else. Anybody else want to share a testimonial when it comes to gut health? Oh, Michael's saying, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear about your guys' grandma, Michael. And she was feeling so off with her digestion. You weren't regular, and you remember to take probiotics, and Fraser reminded her to take Terrazyme, and it helps so much. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's like I can feel it in my gut. That saying, it's like real, like your gut is so connected to your feelings and, sadness or anxiety. A lot of people feel that in their stomach.
And, obviously we want people to take LLV, right? We want people to take LLV, but sometimes with people with allergies, eczema, and specific gut issues, I oftentimes will recommend Terrazyme and probiotics. If they're having to make decisions. I mean, I have a friend who has a really hard time going to the bathroom, gets really bloated, and she's like, without Terrazyme, I don't even know, my stomach would explode. So, yeah. Thanks, Michael, for sharing. We're sending you and Fraser so much love and your whole family. So, anybody else want to share a testimony or anything about any gut related products? All right. Well, can go ahead then and stop sharing our screen. This was actually really a nice change from our regular Wednesday call that we really focus on business oftentimes. And so I really want to thank Amanda for putting so much thought and energy into a topic that is so good for us to know more about so that we can lean into the products more and therefore, you know, turn around and share that with others. So I'm going to go ahead and record this and post this into the Facebook group, which will be a link to YouTube. So I encourage you to send it out, you know, maybe send it out to people that you know are struggling with the same things or might find this interesting. It was a really short, great, powerful half an hour presentation on digestive health. So really encourage you guys to share that out. Before we get off though, let's take a quick look at what is coming up on the calendar, just so that I can remind people, because I know Amanda and I are starting to plan. The last Tuesday of the month, we are going to have a kids and essential oils class at 8 p.m. in the Zoom room. And there was a lot of interest in that class. And so we invite you guys. Oh, it's Tuesday, the 26th. And tomorrow at 8 p.m. I'm glad I'm looking at this now because I'm sure I have it in my calendar. Yeah, I do. I am doing a lifestyle overview tomorrow at 8 p.m. So I need to get on inviting people. So I encourage you guys at least tomorrow, follow up with 5 customers that have not been to a membership overview, right? And encourage them to attend. That's tomorrow. And then let's see what else. Oh, on Sunday, Amanda's having an in-person class, an essential oil 101 and aroma touch class. She's up in Kula, so you do have to drive a little bit if you're downtown or Kihei, but that's at 3 p.m. in person. So if you want to attend that or take anyone, please get in touch with her. And yeah, there's Thursday, the 21st. Marissa is doing a lifestyle overview. I already mentioned the 26th Tuesday. And then last but not least, my mom did an awesome class on the sun care system. She did it on the first Thursday of the month. Well, she's doing it on the last Thursday of the month. And I'm just going to give a plug. You guys, the stick is sold out. And I know it's a bummer. I'm kind of like, dude, you guys didn't realize, but it's what it is. The lotion is going to sell out any second. Okay. So when I say don't wait to order, I really mean that. The lotion is going to sell out any second. I think the spray is okay. I will also say this too. If you got the liter pack, you'll get your after sun. But if you want any more after suns after that, you're going to want to order those right away as well, because I don't think the inventory is as much as they think it is or that we think it is. And so, you know what? It's what it is. So, you know, just this is why, even if it's a permanent product, if you want something, don't wait on getting it, because you just never know how fast things are going to go. Right. So, okay, I think that's it. Let's go ahead and turn on our cameras and take a quick pic. I hope you guys are using and loving the sunscreen though, because I absolutely love it. It's so amazing. All right, so let's go ahead. For those of us, I lost a few people. Thanks, Jan. Always love seeing your face. All right, smile. All right, everyone. As usual, thanks for showing up for yourself, for your learning, for your community, for your connection. Tonight, Amanda, thank you for kicking butt and giving us such a powerful the digestive health presentation. That was so, so great. For those of you that logged on late, I'm going to be posting it. Definitely go back and watch this replay. It was really, really great. We just did product education tonight around digestive health. So no worries, Jan, catch the replay. I'll be working on that a little bit later tonight. And then be sure to join us in the rest of our events. And actually, it's not on here, but one more plug. we are having an in-person event at Friends and Fair on Saturday, the 30th. Back to school make and take. So we haven't done that in a while as well. So community calendars in the Facebook group, on your email. Have a great night, everybody. Bye.